Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Well, good evening, volleyball fans. Welcome to the 2025 Girls State Volleyball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, a sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Iowa Farm Bureau believes in the Iowa girl and cultivating individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills by investing in Iowa's youth. Welcome to the Extreme Arena. We are getting set for our next match. I have Daniel Versteeg alongside. My name's Rodney Tomlinson. Daniel, we just saw a great one. How about now?
Oh, I think we're going to get an even better one, which is hard to believe. We're having conference rivals go up against each other at the state tournament. These two teams played in a region final last year that Pella won. Norwalk has very rarely been to the state tournament, just the second time ever. I think we're in for quite a treat here in this one.
Well, you talk about that. I think Norwalk, of any team, Norwalk's the one with the chip on their shoulder coming in here tonight. They didn't finish as high in the conference as Pella did. Pella, last year's 4A runner-up, anchored by 4 veterans last year. Schulte, Heemstra, Shekel, and Brand, they're all back.
Yes, they're all back, and they're looking to make an impact, and we can see that impact if we take a look at our Road to State graphic. The one returner for Pella that we are going to be talking about nonstop, you're going to get sick of hearing her name, Katie Shekel. I don't deal in hyperboles a whole lot, Rodney, but I don't know if there's a more versatile player in the state of Iowa than Katie Shekel. Kills, assists, digs, you name it, she can do it. And, of course, Norwalk, you see them, they defeated Ballard. And we're going to see a very efficient offense, one of the tops in the state when it comes to both kills and assists per set. They are one of the best in the state of Iowa.
Well, not to be outdone, on the Norwalk side, you've got Hatlovig, 4.6 kills per set. Best in 4A that's here at the state tournament. So she's no slouch either on her side of the ball.
Yeah, and she set a single-season school record as only a sophomore, by the way. So she's already made a name for herself. She was all-state last year. So you've got 2 outstanding volleyball players, Shekel, Hatlovig, and then some great teams around them, obviously, that'll be going at it here at state.
Indeed we do. So we've got that one coming up here for you in just a little bit. As we get ready to go, we're going to send you to break. We'll be right back as we get set to get this one underway.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a fifth-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We're excited to have you join us for the Girls State Volleyball Tournament.
As title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're proud to support this fantastic event. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that strong farms and strong schools go hand in hand. Iowa farmers are some of the most productive individuals in our state, working endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food and sustain our communities. Student athletes are also incredibly productive, dedicating countless hours to train and excel in their sports. Partnering with the Girls Union allows us to celebrate both groups while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is no small feat, and it takes a strong support system. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we're able to honor students for their outstanding achievements, both on the court and in the classroom. They are committed to your success, helping provide awards, grants, and scholarships to honor excellence in athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have much to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing today or a fan cheering on your school, we all play a role in making our state shine. So from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck in the tournament games.
Welcome back inside Extreme Arena. Girls Union Network being brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Daniel Versteeg along with me. Rodney Tomlinson is my name as we're getting set for Pella and Norwalk to do battle here tonight. Pella comes in 31 wins, 10 losses. Norwalk 29 wins, 11 losses. So pretty close in that regard, Daniel.
Yeah, very even. I mean, these two teams have played both some very, very tough matches. Pella's played a ton of 4A and 5A teams to prepare themselves for the state tournament, as has Norwalk. Of course, both being near the Des Moines Metro, they get that opportunity to see some very tough competition on the regular basis. So not only are those great records, but when you compare the strength of their schedules with one another, they're exceptional when you do that.
Well, and we talked about coming conference foes. They know each other. It's not like they're two teams like we had in the last one that don't meet. These two know each other. They've played, so that's going to figure in. We talked about the stars. Let's throw in a couple others. You've got Brand, number 15 for the Little Dutch. Number 1 in blocks, hitting efficiency, and number 2 in kills. So you'll see a lot of her. She patrols the middle out there quite a bit. Julia Settles, that's the QB for them. She sets the ball around, number 11 for Pella. 330 more assists than anybody on the team. So they've got that going.
Yeah, well, and the interesting thing that Pella has, and it's not really a 6-2 rotation. It's kind of weird how they do it, but Katie Shekel is going to do some setting at some point in the rotation. It's not your standard 6-2. So, yeah, Settles will be the quarterback. Then Shekel will kind of step in, I guess, if you will, to use another football terminology, as kind of a wildcat quarterback for them. You don't really know what she's going to do. She might take over the offense herself. She can play in the back row defensively. she is the X factor that's led Pella to so much success.
She's the slash back there. She can do many things
Yes.
in that regard. And many folks don't know she came up as a setter.
Right.
So that was in her background. Now she's moved to a little bit different role, but like you said, that's always in the back pocket.
It is. It's something that she can rely on, and when Coach Allman needs something to just kind of say, all right, we need to go to something that we can rely on and something steady for us, we know that if we put number 5 in the setting role, she's going to be that steady hand for us.
Well, and taking a look at Norwalk here, we already sang the praises of Hartlevig.
Yep.
Number 5, watch that one. Number 7, we're going to call her the Steel Curtain tonight for those that go back to Steeler football in the 70s. Number 1 in blocks, hitting efficiency, and number 2 in kills is Miss Steele. Number 7, you'll find her out there. And you've got Heim, number 1 in digs, number 2 in aces. She wears number 19. Those are a couple other numbers to watch for the Warriors.
Yeah, she's going to be patrolling that back line and really trying to shut down a very efficient Pella offense. And as you said, you've got kind of the perfect kind of combination from a defensive standpoint of a Delaney Steele in the front row that can make some great blocks. And then if she can't get to it all the time, well, don't worry, Reese Heim's going to have your back. She's going to get it up, and she's going to get you into your system again. And that's really a blessing for head coach John Fulton and Norwalk. And they've been riding it, obviously, to the success.
She's not afraid to get those floor burns as needed to make that happen. So Norwalk does come in tonight, 29 wins. That is a program best for them this season.
Yeah, it's really kind of been interesting. Norwalk's great in a lot of sports, but volleyball just hadn't really been one of those sports historically. Just the second time they've been to the state tournament. They've all come under head coach John Fulton, 4 years now at Norwalk. Done an outstanding job of turning this program into a winner and one that can contend with some of their other Little Hawkeye Conference rivals that make the state tournament. By the way, that conference has 7 schools, 4 of them qualified for the state tournament, which just goes to show again how tough these two teams have for their schedule.
Well, as we wrap things up here with our pregame, one more note for Shekel. She last year made all-tournament team, one of only a few in Iowa this year to hit 1,000 kills, digs, and assists.
Yeah, that's a remarkable note. Getting to 2 of those 1,000 career marks in a career is impressive in and of itself. Having 3 of those in your career is just unheard of. And she was the 4A Player of the Year for a reason last year, and we'll get to see her show it off once again here at the state tournament.
All right, we're just moments away from the start of our match. Let's go to our public address announcer, Lonnie Bookout, for the particulars.
Good evening, volleyball fans. Welcome to tonight's 2025 Girls State Volleyball quarterfinal matchup featuring the Dutch from Pella and the Warriors of Norwalk. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship and decorum shown by the qualifying schools during the season and state tournament week. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. At this time, Natalie Smith, Student Athlete Advisory Committee member, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. And our award winners, from Pella, Katie Brand. And from Norwalk, Katie Flatness. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to enjoy the game. And now it's time to introduce the players and coaches in today's quarterfinal matchup. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Warriors from Norwalk, their non-starters. Number 2, Mila Brown. Number 3, Mary Bush. Number 6, Mary Kate Davis. Number 7, Delaney Steele. Number 8, Hazy Trilk. Number 17, Taylor Schreiber. Number 20, Taylor Hanrahan Clem. Number 21, Kinley Klein. And the assistant coaches for Norwalk: Zaya Quirk, Nikki Hunter, Riley Kelly, Katie Weldon, Bethany Linsman, Jen Hatleveg. And now let's meet the starting rotation for Norwalk. Number 1, a 6-foot senior, Jillian Hammond. Number 4, a 5'6" junior, Peyton Zuiman. Number 5, a 6'1" sophomore, Ellie Hatleveg. Number 10, a 6'1" senior, J.C. Crane. Number 11, a 5'9" senior, Ava Carlson. Number 22, a 5'9" junior, Hadley Michael. The libero, number 19, a 5'6" junior, Reese Heim. And head coach for Norwalk, John Fulton. The Warriors. And now let's meet the Dutch from Pella. First, the non-starters. Number 4, Olivia Lowry. Number 6, Grace Clark. Number 7, Taylor Fujiyama. Number 9, Taryn Hall. Number 10, Audica Visser. And number 12, Olivia Cutler. The assistant coaches: Amanda Dell, Kelsey Fields, Courtney Paxton, Morgan Terpstra, Megan Shekel, and Avery Hall. And the rotation for the Dutch: number 1, a 5'10" senior, Brooke Schulte. Number 2, a 5'9" junior, Natalia Plate. Number 5, a 5'10" senior, Katie Shekel. Number 8, a 5'10" junior, Harper Cowman. Number 11, a 5'10" freshman, Julia Settles. Number 15, a 6'1" senior, Abby Brand. The libero, number 3, a 5'7" senior, Ella Heemstra. And head coach for the Dutch, Joel Allman. The Dutch. Our officials for this evening's match: the first referee, Randy Clark. The second referee, Brian Rodemeyer. And the line judges, Casey Hoppy and Jennifer Lewis. Our officials. All right, fans, who's ready for state tournament volleyball?
Well, there you have it. Lonnie Bookout gets them fired up and going here tonight with our starting lineups, as we are just moments from getting this one underway. Hy-Vee, a proud sponsor of the IGHSAU. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Well, Daniel, any last second thoughts?
Well, I think it's going to come down to the wire again. I know that's kind of a cop-out, but we've had some great matches today. When you have conference rivals who see each other as frequently as Pella and Norwalk have over the last 10, 15 years, at this point, they already know what they're going to expect, so it's just a matter of who can execute better. I'd be a little concerned for Norwalk. Are the lights a little too bright? We'll see. Pella's been here before. They kind of know the rigmarole. We'll see if Norwalk can kind of get off to a strong start. That'll be the key for me to see if they're ready for the challenge.
Norwalk, definitely the bigger butterflies you would think coming in here. As you said, they've not been here as much as Pella has, so they've got that working against them. We talked about this in the last match we had. Very important for the underdog to roll off a couple here to get those bugs worked out. That I think you can factor.
I think so, yeah. Norwalk has shown that they've been able to play Pella tough in previous matches, but the Warriors will need to really get off to a strong start just to kind of show them, okay, it's just another volleyball match. It's in a bigger building, but we can still play the way we know how.
Well, we're about to find out. We're getting this one set to go. And we are underway from the Extreme Arena. And what a shock. There is number 5 coming in to make that one play. Hatlevig puts it down.
Well, if you looked at the stats, there was no surprise as to who was going to get the ball. Ellie Hatlevig, who is the top attacker on the team at 4.5 kills per set, gets things off and rolling for the Warriors.
Back row unable to handle it, and one swing, 1 point. Give the ace to Hammond.
Jillian Hammond, a big ace serve there. And, of course, those are brought to you by Channel Seed today. That's a really strong start for Norwalk.
Hammond, another one, this time played up, back row. Going to go right through the middle. There's the hammer dropped. Cowan with the point.
Yeah, good to get... For Pella, we all know Katie Shekel's going to have an impact in this match. You want to get somebody else going early, and it's big to get Harper Cowman on the board.
Joust front row, tapped back, saved up. There's a big swing and the kill down the middle. Give the point to Pella.
And Kalman gets her second kill, but I loved what I saw from Katie Shekel. Even when they got out of system, she was telling Ella Heemstra, the libero, go to the outside. She knew it was going to work, even if she didn't have the second touch.
Off the top of the tape. Hatlevig sent it back over. Here comes the shot. That one just a little too long. Out of the Warriors. Going to go side out.
That's a big one there for Norwalk. They needed that to get back in control, and they side out with the lead as well.
Played up out along that sideline. Hatlevig there, sends it back, set up, going to the side. Shekel sends it over, counterpart. Hatlevig saves it again, and there's one driven to the back corner.
It's Abby Brand out of that middle. Yeah, what a important swing that is. You see the middle hitters here at State be so efficient. If you can get that first one just to start off 1-for-1, that really gives you the confidence to kind of play your game.
Lowry now back. Drifts it into the middle, easily played. Dutch set it up on the outside. Fujiyama got to it, but weren't able to control it. Out of play it goes. Point.
Nice job there by Delaney Steele on the outside. Norwalk trading points with Pella. That's not a bad place to be in early in this match.
Off the top of the tape. We talked about that in the last match, the tape wearing those certain colors.
It's wearing purple and black to start things off. Hatlevig gets a big ace for Norwalk.
Big swing into the net. It bounced around in there and found its way through. Brand able to drive that one home for the Dutch. Cutler now back to serve. Right hand drifts it across, dug up, and into press row it goes. So that is another ace for them. Brought to you by Channel Seeds, sponsoring those aces here this evening. And we're tied 5 apiece.
Oh, I don't think it touched the Warrior. Wow.
She stuck her hands out. She just didn't get to it. She tried to get to it. Yeah, off the top of the tape.
The most serendipitous miss that Norwalk will ever have. I meant to do that, is what she'll say afterwards.
I knew it was long. I let it go. It's not that I missed it. And returning the favor right away, that is Heim, the libero.
Boy, the serving game is really kind of front and center here, whether it's aces or errors. We just haven't been able to get either team into their offense much.
All or nothing here to start us early. There's an overpass, and that one easily played by the Dutch as they pound it down.
Well, there's the first of many that I think we'll see for Katie Shekel. She gets the overpass kills. Again, we talked about over 1,000 kills, digs, and assists in her career. Just mind-boggling numbers.
Busy girl.
Very busy.
And there you go. You were talking about it, right back to the service error. So we jump it back to the Warriors, who will have their attempt now. And it'll be number 7. That is Delaney Steele. Floats it into the middle, dug up nicely. Coming across, left pin, big swing. Guess who? Hatlovig drives it home.
A great swing there by Shekel, and she continues to get on a roll here for Pella. Again, if she's able to get going, it's going to be a really nice night for Pella.
Well, I had a 5. It was just the wrong team.
It's
nice subtle correction, though. I'll give you that. Nice subtle correction.
They're both their top players too, and they both were number 5. They didn't make our job easy.
Yeah, that's not fair. And right there, we've got another service error.
Boy, again, and normally when we talk about the serve game being kind of front and center, we're talking about serve receive, and that being an issue for a team, but this is just straight service errors and service aces adding up.
Nice poke over into the middle. Scrambled around, played, but not able to keep it between the lines. It'll go out. So the Dutch with the point.
I love the effort from Norwalk. They were in the right place to just kind of keep it going long enough, but that third touch, tough to control.
Played up nicely, back row, set extreme left, played in. Back left pin, and we're going to call into the net that time. Warriors into the net, so the Dutch will get the point.
And Katie Shekel will be the one that benefits from that. By the way, she's at 4 kills, 3 digs, and an assist. I don't know how she's already stuffed the stat sheet.
Well, waste no time.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of wasting no time, oh, my goodness. What a swing on that one.
And Hatlovig gets going again. I think we're going to enjoy watching whoever's wearing number 5 today swing at the volleyball.
Whichever side.
Whichever side.
Nice back set, slide step, kill over there. That is Brand.
Yeah, getting there middle in movement, I like that. It throws the block off a little bit. We talked about how strong that is for Norwalk and getting some rotation into your offense.
Shekel now with the serve. Trims the top of the net. Nice play up. Counterpart punches back. Hatlovig. The Battle of Fives is on for this one.
Yeah, and whichever 5 has the better night, I think, is going to lead their team to a win. Just by the way things are starting, Hatlovig's already got 3 kills. Shekel, we mentioned her stuff in the stat sheet too.
Michael now with the serve. Drifts it back toward the back line. Played up off the block at the net. So point gonna go to the Dutch. Crane got a hand on it. Lowry serves over. Into the middle, of miscommunication there.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times here today, whether it's in 4A matches or 5A matches. Everybody just kind of looks at each other expecting the other to get to that second touch, and nobody does.
Norwalk, nice dig right into the middle. Big power off the block. Shekel, the senior, with the swing.
That's just a great job by Hatlovig. She knew that if she hit it hard enough off that block, she was going to get the point regardless, and that's a huge one for Norwalk.
Now back to serve. And there is Brand.
Now, I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but I feel like every time Pella's passed to that right side and they go for a kill off of it, it's worked. Right now, Norwalk doesn't have an answer for it.
And it's 14-11 Dutch as they'll serve. And there is an ace served up. And today's ace is brought to you by Channel Seeds. Cutler with that one, and that is going to take us to a timeout on the court. So we'll be right back with more action coming for you here on Iowa Farm Bureau Girls Union Network.
In Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to the Extreme Arena as we're set for more action here in the quarterfinals. It is Pella and Norwalk. My name's Rodney Tomlinson. We're happy to be here with you today, along with Daniel Versteeg. Are we having fun yet?
Oh, we're having a lot of fun. I just love matchups like these. You see it every now and then at the state tournament. Two teams so familiar with each other on a big stage.
Okay, I got my score sheet separated, so maybe I can get the right five on the right side of the net.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right.
They didn't know they were supposed to line up the other way.
That's correct. It inconvenienced you at that point.
Hate it when that happens. There's a big block up in front, but the point going to go to Norwalk in their dark purple there today. So the libero back to serve. That is Reese Heim, a junior. And we're 16-12. Pella enjoying the top spot. That one easily played in the middle, back set. Along the line, poked down. Back row with the dig. Set it up left. There's the swing. Karams around. Still up for grabs. Poke toward the back. Fantastic dig. This point just plays on. And there's the kill up in front.
I was going to say if that point went Pella's way, Ella Heemstra deserves first dibs of the team meal after this match is over. But what a job by Norwalk just to stick with it, knew that their offense was going to finally break through, and they get the kill on that sideline.
Hammond finally put it away for him. That one off the top of the tape. And speaking of Hammond, there she is in the no-fly zone. That one up for grabs, and she just tips it down.
Right place, right time, and you can tell that's a big momentum shift as head coach John Fulton kind of gives a little fist bump and fires up his team.
So Heim to serve once again. We're 16-14 now. Dutch played up over in two, tried to sneak it in, couldn't get it done. Warriors are there. And that one hit the block, but hit the other side of the net. It crawled down the block and to the floor. So point Warriors, and we've got a 1-point game.
Yeah, this is a big comeback for Norwalk. They've scored 4 in a row, and boy, that's the kind of momentum you need to be able to compete with a very good Pella squad.
Another nice serve out of Heim. There's a big swing off the front row. Joust at the net, up for grabs. Everybody's on the ladder climbing up front there.
And it was the setter, Julia Settles, who actually was not setting in that rotation. Katie Shekel was for a few points. So I'm just blown away by the versatility that Pella has on the floor. They're almost playing positionless volleyball at times.
And now Shekel with the serve, Settles with the serve. There's a big swing and a hammer drive through. That is Steele finding the floor with that one. And I was commenting earlier, Steele known for her blocks, but I'm sure they'll take the kill like that one from her.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know if there's a swing that she's met that she hasn't liked. She's hitting .333 this season, hit .417 in the region final. So efficient.
Number 2 on the team in kills. Popped up high. There's a quick set.
Oh.
Off the block. They thought it was going out. Now we've got a call. They're looking at the up official.
They said Pella was in the net on that block.
Net call.
Yep, so a net violation. Boy, that was a really, as you described it well, a quick set over the middle, and Norwalk's got that timing. Pella just had the block up really well.
Here's Steele again. Nice low line shot across. Back set, big swing, going the angle, give the point to the Dutch. Daniel, who do we have over there?
That was Brooke Schulte.
Schulte.
Yeah.
The senior sneaking in there with the kill. And for that, she'll get to serve.
Yep.
How many times do you see that?
Oh, it's for Pella, it happens a lot. But for most normal volleyball teams, it doesn't happen very often. But, boy, Pella can play just about any girl at any spot in the rotation.
That one down the line. And that was number 11, Ava Carlson, spanking that one.
A much-needed kill there. And Norwalk, again, they were down 4 or 5 points midway through this set. We're tied here late in it.
We are 18-18, and Norwalk to serve. Side on the edge, played up, hammered back across. And I believe that was one of our number 5s getting involved. Shekel with the shot.
Yeah, what a swing by Katie Shekel. Just so strong on that outside. And again, wherever she plays in the rotation, she'll make an impact.
Ella Heemstra now the senior to serve. Into the middle, and that is not going to come back. That's another Channel Seeds ace. That time provided by Heemstra for the Dutch. Worked so well, she'll try the same spot. This time played up and into the net, timing off a little bit on that one. You don't see that often. Hartlevig mishit that one.
Yeah, she's, for the amount of swings that she gets throughout a match, the fact that she's hitting nearly 300 on this season is remarkable because just the law of averages suggests you're going to hit a few, but she rarely does.
Quick set off the top of the net. That'll work, at least for now. And it works as that one is going to go point for the Dutch off the block and out of play. And once again, that was Shekel with the swing. And we're going to get a timeout on the court. So we're going to be right back with more action right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
In Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back, here with you on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Rodney Tomlinson, Daniel Versteeg, and we've got a good one going. 22-18, Pella has surged back in front.
Yeah, and we saw their momentum early. Norwalk clawed it back, but Pella late, and that's when they really kind of make their money, if you will.
Norwalk here going to their money player. And we're going to get a call. Point is going to go to the Warriors.
Yeah, the Dutch, I think, in response to a few of their blocks that were not as tight to the net, have made an adjustment to try and get tighter.
A little too close.
And they're getting a little too close. They've had a couple net violations lately.
Hammond now with the serve, and too much on that one. Julia Hammond, the senior. One too many biscuits this morning, and she'll send that one long.
And a good read by Ella Heemstra, kind of backing away from it matrix style to give Pella the point.
Dutch now serve it right into the middle. Back set. Slide step kill. Give it to number 10. That's Crane, J.C. Crane.
Right, I don't think she hit it the best by her standards necessarily, but you'll take it. It was kind of side spun, hit off the kind of that left side, and she was able to still get it down.
Michael now to serve. It was good enough to count, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Quick set middle. Oh, you can't stop that one. Oh, my goodness. Abby Brand just tattooed that one.
Yeah, and that's the fun part of this matchup. These two have some great middle setter combos that really make that quick attack tough to defend.
So back to serve now, Olivia Lowry, senior, number 4. Right hand, little too much on that one as it carries along. You mentioned it earlier. They're trading service errors and service aces. More errors than aces at this point.
Right, it feels like that for Pella, and it had kind of subsided for a few points, but now comes back in a bad way, but still just need a side out to win the set.
Here's Hatlevig. Spins it over the top of the net. Dutch are there to play up into their middle. Brand sees it come right back at her. The boomerang ball. Give the point to the Warriors. And I believe that was the steel curtain getting involved.
Yes, it was. Her and Crane both getting in on the block party, both at 6 feet or taller. That is tough to hit around.
So Hatlevig again. She'll go down the line this time. Back set. Playing it off the right pin. Back to the Dutch. Dutch big swing. Off the block and down. So that's another point. Pella. And that is going to be set number 1, just like that, 25-22, set 1 to the Dutch.
And a big way to finish it. Brooke Schulte gets it off the Katie Shekel assist, and Pella was able to finish things off well in set 1.
So stick around. We'll be right back with more tournament action presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Welcome back, Extreme Arena. More quarterfinal action coming for you here this afternoon. Set number 1's in the books. Pella 25-22 over Norwalk. What'd you see in that one?
Well, I saw Pella really kind of capitalize on some, momentum shifts midway through the set. Obviously, they took a 4 or 5 point lead midway through the set. Norwalk worked it back. I give them credit for that, but Pella was right back to it. And it's kind of funny how the first one to get momentum in a set can usually take advantage of it to win it. And Pella did that and was able to keep the momentum going, and they did so getting so many different players involved offensively.
Well, they did. Like you said, they stumbled a little bit right in the middle. They left the door open a little bit for the Warriors, who stepped partway through it before they got it slammed on their face. Right. So the Dutch able to answer, and that was the voice of Daniel Versteeg. You heard. Glad to have him here today as my partner as we get through this. My name's Rodney Tomlinson. Quarterfinal action coming to you from Extreme Arena in Coralville.
There we see some of the Sioux Cup stats here in the first half of play, or first set of play. And Pella, we talked about their service errors, but they had enough aces. I feel like that Coach Joel Allman's really not that concerned about it. 4 ace serves is quite impressive. 4
for them, 2 for the other side of Norwalk. Hitting percentage fairly close there. A couple more kills for Pella, but all in all, stats might be a little closer than the score ended up being, I think.
I don't want this to come across badly on our director, but I looked at that stat and thought that was a typo on the efficiency. Both teams were hitting over 500.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
mind-blowing.
Well, here we go. Set number 2. Let's see if they can continue. It's Norwalk with the serve. Point number 1 up for grabs in the middle. There is Brand, and off the block right in the middle. That is Hammond there waiting on it. It was Abby Brand that tried to turn and burn, but Hammond was waiting for her.
Well, and that's why those two teams were so efficient offensively in the first set. They're so quick. They pounce on an opportunity, whether it's getting around the blocker or swinging in between the back row.
Now here's Carlson to serve. That's far sideline, a little poke at the net. Nicely dug by the Warriors. And there's a great dive, but it's going to go out of play, and Ellie Hatlevig puts one down.
Well, and that's huge for Norwalk. They were able to start early in the first set, but Pella was right back to it pretty quickly. Norwalk's got to kind of capture lightning in a bottle, get a big lead early.
Well, here's their chance from behind the line. Pulled out of the net, going to go cross left pin, and that one is in. And it's the other 5, Shekel this time, keeping that one inside the line.
Very close. I mean, that thing was right on the line, and a huge side out for Pella.
Say Van Gogh would have been proud.
Yes, he would have.
Off the top of the tape for the Dutch. And that one just a miss hit. The swing timing wasn't there for Hammond, so point going to go the way of the Dutch. And we are 2-2 here early on. 1-0 in favor of Pella. Dropped into the middle. That was Carlson that dug it up at the net. That's going to be point Warriors as Dutch unable to get it back where they wanted.
Well, Pella, I feel like, finds themselves in a weird middle ground from a blocking perspective where they've been too far back, letting that block kind of roll down them before, but then they've been too close, getting net violations. Got to find some kind of sweet spot.
Looking for that magic spot. And right there's a nice swing. Abby Brandis, senior, pounds it home off the block.
Just so impressed. It's one attempt. We haven't had very many rallies back and forth with these two teams. They're really being very efficient and just, here's what we want, find a way to stop it.
And Brandon, Northwest St. Paul commit for volleyball coming up. And all out of sorts there with the lift.
Yeah, I wondered if that point was going to get whistled a little bit faster there. Yeah, that was kind of off balance, a little awkward, just didn't have the right timing down.
Looked very awkward on that. Here's Lowry now, Olivia Lowry. Floater toward the back. Warriors will play it. Over in 2, trying to catch him sleeping. No way, say the Dutch, and they'll hammer it home on the cross. Oh, the angle kill there. And that one provided by number 11, Settles.
I know I sound like a broken record, but these Pella Dutch players, it doesn't matter where they're playing. Settles is their full-time setter. She looked like she's been hitting from the outside all season.
Well, and Dutch will give it right back on a service error. So we're 5-4 Pella. Set number 2 just underway. Hadley Michael, now the junior to serve for the Warriors. Long floating serve out of her, back set, 2-hand push. It'll work. Doesn't have to be pretty. Oh, but we're going to call her on a double hit. Well, it has to be prettier than that, apparently.
Just a touch prettier. Boy, that's interesting to see a setter get called for that, too. They're usually pretty good at avoiding those.
Well, we'll try again then. That one's clean as Brand has it in the middle.
And it's Shekel who set her up. Then, again, two setters. They rotate them kind of differently than you would in a traditional 6-2 as Pella makes an IMT insurance substitution prior to this serve.
Cutler uses the tape to her advantage. That is another ace by Channel Seeds, and it belongs to the 12 of Olivia Cutler.
Yeah, those are things that can't happen for Norwalk the rest of the way. You're already kind of the underdog. You're playing your conference rival that's had your number in recent years. You got to find a way to keep points alive like that.
Well, and Pella will take another one. So we are 8-5. Pella here, set number 2, as Cutler continues her roll.
Ooh.
Off the top of the tape, but we've got a call before that point being awarded to the Warriors.
Yeah, that hit the top of the tape after hitting the noggin of Natalia Plate. That's the second time that's happened today.
So we've had that twice now. It's dangerous to be in that front row with the server.
Boy, on that right side, too. It was Sioux Center on that side of the court that did it as well.
Hatlevic here gets hers over. Into the waiting block, but out of play, so point to the Dutch. Warriors had the net sealed, but couldn't direct it.
Yeah, that's tough. On a tip attack, too, you like your chances on being able to kind of direct that where you want to go, but just couldn't quite. No chance.
Well, lady in the front row was available, but couldn't get the play back to keep that one in action. So it'll go out of play, and we're going to get a timeout on the floor. So we'll be right back with more action after this timeout here on the Iowa Farm Bureau, Iowa Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
In Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back, here with you on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Daniel Verstig, Rodney Tomlinson with the call. Quarterfinal action. Pella Dutch, Norwalk Warriors.
Yeah, it's been a great matchup, and we expected nothing less than a great dogfight between two teams who know each other so well, play each other every year in the regular season, and sometimes in the region tournament as well.
As in this case, we've made it all the way to state to play each other on it. And there's a nice shot from Steele. She'll slice it down the near line in between the defenders.
Well, we were talking there in the break about how efficient these two teams are offensively. They're still both hitting over 400 right now. It's remarkable just how quick these points are happening, both sides, really.
So it's not just me.
No,
okay.
I thought it was weird, too.
Heim with that serve. Here are the Warriors going left side. Angle across, played up nicely by the Dutch. They'll do a back set tip. Good scramble out of the Warriors. Steele that time, puts it across, right in the middle. And still in action. We continue, and out the backside it goes. So give the credit in the middle. That was Hammond that kept that one for Norwalk.
Yeah, nice job by Heim to say, I'm going to get away from this ball. I know it's going out. Let's just get the point.
She tracked it all the way to the line before stepping aside. So now she'll serve it again. Front left side, middle. Warriors have it. Back set on the bump. Into the corner it goes. Give the point. That is Ava Carlson, number 11.
Yeah, and it would have counted either way with a net violation, too. Boy, Norwalk's, this was kind of the point in set one where they were able to claw their way back. Let's see if it sticks now.
10-9. They're within one. Heim will serve again. And too much that time. Never a good sign when you can see the back row ducking on the other side of the net.
That's just impressive how quick they can react to that, too. I don't have that reaction time. If that ball got that close to me, it's hitting me in the head. I can't duck out of the way of it.
Here's Schulte with the serve. Running poke, no, say the Dutch. They'll set back, big swing. Going out to get it was Michael. Quick set middle, and there it is again. No time to react, no time to do anything with it. Natalia Plate that time.
And another good one there for Pella. They kind of needed another run back their way. That's the thing. When they got the first advantage early on, and now they've just been able to kind of weather storms.
Well, Schulte to serve it again. Couple of wild swings, but it's in play. Free ball here coming. Good dig in the back. She does it all back there. That time off the block and back. So Hatlevic's block to no avail as the Dutch send it back to him.
Yeah, Shekel and Plate were in there on the block. I thought if there was one thing Katie Shekel couldn't do to the high level that she does everything else, it was blocking, but turns out I'm wrong on that too. So
Nice serve, and there is Hatlevig that plays it up. Steele just has to send it, so great opportunity coming here. Dutch, back set, swing, kill. Right pin, right place. That is Harper Kalman.
And she got the Dutch going really early in that first set, and boy, gets a really much-needed kill there.
So 14-9, Schulte and the Dutch on a roll.
Yeah, they really have been as of late.
And I jinxed him as soon as I say that. She powers up and sends it through the backside.
Hey, it's our job up here to be able to just kind of, jinx things and
well, then let me say, the Chiefs will not lose another game all season.
There you go.
That's coming from a Bronco fan, just saying.
Right.
Hey, it's worth a try.
Yeah, why not? You got to win the division somehow.
Well, speaking of winning, there's a kill from the Dutch on the right side. And again, Julia Settles putting that one down.
Yeah, and it's so impressive how many different players are getting involved offensively for Pella. They really can pass it to just about anybody.
Heemstra now with the serve. Into the middle. Libero plays it up, left side. Dutch are there, quick middle. Brand is blocked. They dig it out of the net. Great job. Free ball coming here for the Warriors. They're going to go left pin. Slow roller off the palm, not the job. Back set. Tipped up. Scramble is on. Hustle play. And that's enough of that. Katie Shekel drives it home.
That was probably the longest rally we've had in this match. And for Pella to win it, to go up 6, we might have to circle that play as being kind of the one that propels Pella potentially to a second set win.
Nail number 1 in the coffin, as you would say. But then they turn around and pry it back out. Service error, so we're going to go right back to the Warriors and give them a chance to try to even this up a couple points at a time. It's Ava Carlson, the senior. Her team trails by 5. Set number 2. Trails by a set. Carlson, good deep serve. And the block is there at the net for the Warriors. I believe Hammond was leading the way on that one.
Yeah, and she's been kind of one of those top front row players for Norwalk this season as well, getting in on another block for the Warriors.
Well, you can't have a run without getting the first point, and the Warriors have one. See if they can string a few more together in this one. Oh, in 2, almost caught him napping. They're going to get a free ball out of it. Wonder who they go to. Oh, look at that. Hatlevig just waiting for it on the left side.
Yeah, like you said, you don't have to wonder too hard to know where the ball's going, especially when you get that easy of an opportunity on the free ball.
Looked up, she was standing there just waiting.
Salivating for it, yeah.
That one would have been plenty deep, but they play it. Nice block at the net. Up for grabs. Free ball coming. Quick middle. Blocked and kept in play. That time the Dutch returned the favor as it was Shekel, your counterpart 5, with the block.
They timed up that quick attack so well, both from an offensive perspective and the defensive perspective in the front row. That was really well played.
Defense acted like they'd seen that before. Oh, and there is an ace coming from the Dutch. That is another Channel Seeds ace. And we are going to go to a timeout. Stay tuned. More action coming up right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
In Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You are joining Daniel Versteeg, Rodney Tomlinson, the Extreme Arena, being brought to you here by Mid-American Energy on the Girls Union Network as we've got quarterfinal action going on. Pella Dutch, Norwalk Warriors, 18-13, Pella.
Yep, it's been a really nice run for Pella, and the thing that kind of shows the inexperience a little bit, and it's not a fault of Norwalk's at all, when they get down in runs, they're forced to call timeouts just to get out of it. Pella head coach Joel Allman knows his girls have been there before, and he can save them for when he really needs them.
Overpass on that one. They're going to get away with it, but now over in 2, caught him napping. Big hole right out there in the middle, Daniel.
Boy, Katie Shekel is the master of disguise. She was staring at the hitter on the outside pin as she was stealing the point with the second touch. Just incredible deke.
Made it work, and now trying to repay the favor, and they will. Warriors say, hey, we can give that a try. That was Hadley Michael. Over in 2.
And that's a really, it's a smart play by the setter because they got to know where they're at in the rotation, whether they're in the front row or not. Can I jump over the net? And it's why they're setters, because they keep track of all that and they know it so well.
All right, Julie Hammond now behind the service line. 19-14, Pella on top. Norwalk serving. And the block that time keeps it in play, so the Warrior block party scores 1.
And the Warriors will need a few more where that came from. Pella's got some cushion, though, so if they give up a run, they're not sitting too rough right now.
The problem for the Warriors is at trailing and 19 points on the other side, they can't afford to give too many.
No. And out of timeouts as well.
Out of timeouts, can't afford to trade those points back and forth like earlier in the set. That's not as big of a deal. But here they've got 3 and counting. Hammond again. Quick set middle, and that will put an end to that. Abby Brand drives it home.
But it's big, too, if you do give up a side out, to respond with a side out of your own. And like you said, get a couple points back on serve and put yourselves in a spot that you could maybe tie it up.
Well, the Pella, the first of that magic number of 20 that we always talk about. Olivia Lowry now will serve. Nice, easy floater. No trouble for the Warriors. And a big swing, but that one is long. Warriors looking for the touch, as is the coach.
Boy, Norwalk's really adamant that ball was touched.
It hit the net. I didn't see it hit a hand. I saw it hit the net, but I didn't see beyond that. But they're not going to get it, so.
Yeah, boy, you really don't see coaches react that adamantly, but they were very, very thought one way of that.
She was very sure that it happened.
Yep.
And that time she won't have to argue at all because Hatlovic just drives it through the defense.
Yeah, no question there. And that's a big one to get back for Norwalk after, hey, maybe we feel like the officials missed a call. There's not much you can do about it. You just got to come back, get the next point, get a big side out.
Play on. It's Michael here to serve. Her team trails by 4. But more importantly, the other side has 21. Hatlovic sets it up. Now we're going to go steal. Pokes it across on the angle. Oh, great decision in the back. Carlson had her arms out and dove out of the way, but now we're going to call it a touch.
Yeah, they called a touch at the net. This might infuriate the Norwalk coaches even further.
Yeah, you thought they were upset before.
Oh, yeah. Coach John Fulton, we saw it a little bit there, gives a little piece of his mind to the second referee down there.
So Cutler to serve, 22-17. Pella. Well, that might help a little bit on the service error coming right back.
Yeah, those are big momentum shifts, though. When you feel like you're supposed to get a call one way or the other and you don't, it can do a lot for your psyche. And Coach Fulton just needs to get his girls back, saying, all right, we got to take care of it ourselves now.
Well, you got Hatlovic back there serving. Down the line, it is good, say the flags. Point 23 goes to the Dutch.
And in case you're curious, the cheering you hear, North Scott advances past Dallas Center Grimes in 4 in the other quarterfinals. So this is the last semifinalist that we have to determine.
Settles with the serve. Hatlovic. There's a nice big swing out of steal on the right pin. She sends it home.
And as you talked about before, they're down 4, but the big thing is Pella's got 23, so you really need to get a little bit of a roll going right now and see if you can get some momentum back. And trying to get the ball girls' attention to get
Hines like, I'm here. I'm here.
Right here. I need it.
I'm open. Good job of running that one down. Free ball coming. Great opportunity here for the Warriors. Back set. Steele finds the hole in the middle.
Like you said, it's a great opportunity. When you get those opportunities, you cannot squander them. And Norwalk gets a massive point back there.
23-20. Sounds probably closer than it is, being only 2 points away from closing this one out, but every point gets you a little closer. Across the net, into the block, played back. Nice scramble play from the Dutch, all the way across. Dutch down to the floor once again. Here's the wrist roller. Point continues on. Great hustle out of both sides. Steele says, I'm tired of this. Oh my goodness.
There was, if you could rewind that point back and watch it again, there were so many times Norwalk thought they should have gotten a point and didn't. And the fact that they were able to win it with such an emphatic kill by Steele, that's massive for them.
Timeout, and this time it is the Dutch that want to talk about things. So come on back on the other side here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
In Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
We are back with you here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Daniel Versteeg, Rodney Tomlinson, quarterfinal action. 23-21, Norwalk trying to find its way back.
And they've been doing a good job as of late. A few points in a row, and got to keep it going out of the timeout.
See if the Dutch can use the timeout like they're hoping to. There's Steele. She's had the last couple. This one's up for grabs. Another great opportunity. Quick set in the middle, driven off the block, and that's another point for the Warriors. It's within one.
And it's not just another point, as you said, with getting within one, but you scored out of Pella's timeout, and you have a chance to really capture momentum again here.
That is huge. Heim trying to continue the magic. Soft roller opportunity here, but a free ball coming for the Dutch. Into the middle, and they missed it, but they got it over. I don't think that's how it was supposed to happen. And it is number 11, Carlson, that makes them pay for it.
Man, Norwalk has been on a tear, and they tie up this set at 23. That is a remarkable job of coming back by the Warriors.
Don't usually see that kind of comeback at this level in the state tournament, and they did it. And it's enough of a move that we've got another timeout on the floor. So, again, we're going to step aside for this timeout. We're on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Come on back.
In Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Well, we're trying to figure out through that timeout. 23-18 is what we think it was. So the Warriors have run off 5 to even this one, and we're going to play extra.
A huge comeback. Yeah, it's remarkable what Norwalk's done. And, well, Pella's already had to burn 2 timeouts to try and shut down this run.
So Heim continues on from behind the line. And there is the side out. Schulte provides that one for the Dutch.
Massive side out. If it couldn't happen at any other time, at least it happened now. And now the Dutch, even after giving up 5 points in a row, can serve for the set.
They're trying to serve this one out to take that huge 2-sets-to-none advantage. Here we go. Into the middle. That was Hatlevig. Left side. Yes, indeed. Carlson will extend this one. We're 24 each.
And extra points are among us. I expected nothing less between conference rivals on the state's biggest stage. This is going to be a fun finish. We don't have any timeouts to stop it either.
You called that in the first one. We're going to get a lottery ticket when we're done here. Steele to serve. Oh, too much as she floats it through the backside.
Brooke Schulte was about a 1/10 of a second away from playing that one and just kept the hands back enough. And, well, Pella's got set point again.
She stared it down, and now it's up to Heemstra, the senior. Libero off the top of the net played. What a great dig. Big pound, and we continue on.
Oh, my gosh.
That one goes to the Warriors.
I don't know how. I think it was Seaman who got underneath that. I don't know how she did because that ball died on the top of the tape.
It just fell off.
It fell off, and she was somehow able to get underneath it.
Well, we're tied at 25. Well, not anymore. A freebie given to the Dutch, and you cannot do that as a Warrior.
No, and that's killer because Norwalk's not been able to have the advantage. They can't serve on set point. They're having to play from behind, which is tricky against Pella.
Here's Shekel. Sends it over. Halovig drives it home. Not all the way there. Nice block at the net. We're still up for play. Dutch are going to send it over. Last minute reaction. All the way across. Halovig. Libero has it dumped in two. Quick middle. There it is. Julian Hammond comes to play.
Hadley Michaels playing out of her mind right now. She has been on point with her passes, whether it's bumping, setting, you name it. She has been able to stick it at the pin every time.
Well, and Hammond to serve.
Oh, man.
And again, that's back-to-back service aces after they fight so hard to get there to give it up that easy.
Yeah, that's the tough part is Pella hasn't had to work hard for their advantage. They just have to win one, but that 1 point's been tough enough that if Norwalk can serve it in play, you like their chances to get to set point.
Well, here's Lowry, and, odds are you keep giving them the opportunity, a good team sooner or later is going to cash it in. Not on that one. Nothing left but a vapor trail. Hartlevig.
That one ended up in that tunnel all the way over there. And again, Norwalk's got their offense rolling. Pella can't stop them right now. Norwalk has just been stopping themselves with service errors.
They are their own worst enemy right now.
Yeah.
So let's see if Michael can change that up. You would almost think a couple of good serves, they might be able to pull this one out. And there's the first one, as that one is into the net. And now, would you believe Norwalk set point 28-27.
They were down 23-18. Had no business winning the second set, but here they are with a chance to do it.
Their first opportunity. They keep it in play. That's been the bugaboo. Wrist roller. Hatlevig's there. Set. Right side. Poked back by Steele. Here's the back set. Going to Hatlevig. Off the block and in play. What a beautiful seal at the net. That was Settles.
As soon as I said Pella can't defend Norwalk, there they go and put up their best block of the night. It's unbelievable.
You got to quit making them mad. You did that in the last match.
I did that to Sioux Center. They came back to win it. So who knows what happens here. But now we're going to 30 at least.
Cutler. We have got a classic going here. Trying to go down the line. The official says no. It is out, so Steele misses that one. And we're back to set point Dutch.
I'm going to go out and make another prediction. The winner of this set's going to win the match, whether it's Pella or Norwalk. That's my prediction.
Huge momentum swing. Whoever gets this one, it's going to feel like two. Are you kidding? They keep that in play. Okay, free ball. Oh, no free ball. She placed it in the exact right spot. Can you believe that one?
Norwalk should have won that point, and they did.
But not that way.
But that was not. It took too long. It took way too long for them to win that point. So that was unbelievable. Pella, I don't know how that point stayed alive as long as it did.
We are tied at 29. Tune in tomorrow. We'll have the conclusion. At the net. Poked over. Going to Carlson. Carlson comes up again.
Even when they're out of system, it doesn't matter. Norwalk is on a tear right now offensively.
And as we mentioned before, that's not your number one you're going to. That's not Hatlevig.
No,
Carlson's coming up with that, which is a huge bonus. Oh, ever so close there to putting it away. And there it is. What a comeback. One for the ages here at the Extreme Arena. Daniel, what do you think?
I'm stunned. Norwalk was dead to rights, down 23-18, and they come back to win it with 31 in the second set. We're guaranteed 4 in this one, thank goodness.
Who has anything left? We'll find out. Come on back here. Set number 3 coming up for you. Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy. More to come.
Ladies, the bake sale's about to start. Are you ready?
We've got this.
Okay.
Oh, guys, he's here.
Quick Start delivery for Janet.
Bring it here.
Let's get this bake sale going. Yeah. Come on. Best bake sale ever.
Oh, yeah.
Let's dig in.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
Well, Daniel, I don't know about the teams, but we needed to break up here after that one. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, what a battle it was. Just incredible from these two squads. Again, we mentioned it going into break. Norwalk was down 23-18, came back to win it 31-29. Just mind-blowing way. And we see how they got it done with some of the Sukup stats.
Yeah, look at the hitting percentage swings in Norwalk's favor, 35-8 to 31. Assists. Ace is definitely heavily in favor of Pella on that one, but Norwalk overcame it.
I've learned not to distrust Devin anymore with his stats. He did a great job. And then it's mind-blowing to talk about two teams hitting above 300 as that kind of being a disappointment from how the first set went when they were both hitting above 500. But you could tell the blockers and the back rows were starting to kind of do better and really slow down two very potent offenses to this point.
Yeah, man, they really slacked off that set, dropping down from 500. Well, here we go. Set number 3. Who's got anything left after that one? We are underway, and miss hit there. That is Hatlovig. You don't see that much out of her, but she tried to turn and hit, and it didn't work.
And as soon as she mishit it, she turned to her teammates, patted her chest, and said, yep, that's on me. I'm sure that might be a sign of fatigue from how that second set ended.
Well, I'm sure they can forgive her one or two.
Just a few.
And there's a great joust at the net. Michael gets it over to the other side.
Yeah, Pella had a chance, but that second touch I think ended up being a lift, so Norwalk ties it up.
I keep looking away too soon before they make the call out there. So Hammond now to serve. Ticks the tape, but makes it. Trying to bend it around the pin, apparently got it there. A lot of English on it. All the way across, Hatlovig. Big shot, but a bigger return. Brand waiting on that one in the middle and gave her a little talk to the hand.
That's a big block. Pella utilized that to keep that second set alive a few times, and I think they got it kind of figured out here. It didn't lead to a win in set 2, but they definitely showed that their block's getting better.
Another one off the top of the tape, so very aggressive from the service line, and it'll pay off as the Warriors unable to get it back. Crane a little short.
And you can see that block is now starting to impact the swings. I think Crane probably shortens that swing just a little bit because she knew that the Pella block was going to be there.
She saw him coming on it, so Shekel with the serve into the middle. Hatlovig waits for it and caught that one on the bad spot. She caught that one coming down. She was going up, and the timing just wasn't there.
Yeah, and Coach John Fulton pops up off the bench and just says, hey, we need to calm down. We did some great things there to end set 2. Let's not let that be in vain.
Try to carry that momentum. You see so many times this change set from another one that it just disappears. That couple minutes. Hatlovic, big swing. Dutch have it. They send it across. Overpass. Warriors are there. Back to Hatlovic again. This time she has to go with a touch, and that's enough. She'll fingertip it.
Boy, I don't know how. I guess Hatlovic has some really long arms because I thought that pass was going way over her head, and she somehow reached up and back to get enough of a touch to get it down.
She went up the ladder to get it.
Oh, she did. And she's 6'1", so I shouldn't doubt her wingspan. But
Michael, too much on that one as the libero, Eamstra, steps out of the way. So, again, you just can't afford those freebies when you have to fight so hard to get the points on your side.
That was the thing that almost doomed Norwalk in the second set. They'd get a point, they'd get the momentum, tie it up, and then they'd just give it away on a service error. You got to be crisp against a good state tournament team like Pella.
Well, I thought they were going to let it go. That would have repaid the favor, I think. But it's played up anyway, so we move on. Pella back set. That was Settles over there. Back to Hatlovic. Going to go angle. She'll slice and dice and do everything but Julianne Fries.
Boy, Hatlovic is really kind of carrying the offense for Norwalk. She's gotten some help every now and then, but her 12 kills certainly speak for herself.
Well, now she's going to get to serve. She is tied for the team lead in aces. Not that it figured in that time, but a little slow on my stat.
Tried to try and sneak it into that end line, but just a little too much on these serves. And I would have to imagine that second set win gave these girls a bit of an adrenaline boost, but sometimes you need to bring it back down to earth as well.
Well, I'm sure it gave them a confidence boost,
right,
if not adrenaline boost. But there's the ace from the other side, and that's brought to you by Channel Seed, sponsors of our aces today. We thank them. That one is Olivia Cutler.
She's had a few of those here today as well. We've called her out. She's been a really nice weapon at the service line.
Call it the Cutler Channel.
Yes.
Great block at the net for the Warriors. Dutch will regroup and tuck that one in just inside the back line.
That was perfectly placed in the corner. I wonder if Norwalk maybe thought that would have been an illegal back row attack, but I think she was in the front rows, so that was all legal.
Well, and there's the service ace and one more teammate hit in the head. I think that counts up to 4 now.
At least it's off the ricochet, though, and not straight off her hand.
It did take a little off of it that time.
Off. Oh, man.
All right, time to serve the libero here for Norwalk. Serves it right into the middle set, charging from the back. Warriors able to retrieve it. So regroup and try again, say the Dutch, and this time they've got it. And that was plate in the middle. Settles, very talented freshman now, back to serve. She'll position right in the middle, drive it through the middle. Quick set, big swing off the block. And that is Julia Hammond providing the power.
Yeah, that's exactly what Norwalk needed there, getting Jillian Hammond involved offensively and, kind of relieving a little bit of the pressure on Ellie Hatlovic here as of late.
So Steele sneaks up on it off the top of the tape. Nice block played by the Warriors. A little off of that one. Warriors are there again. And that time it's going to stay on the side of Norwalk.
Now, that was unfortunate how that worked out. The recovery from Hammond. She got a good first touch, but then almost kind of boxed out Michael to get to that second touch.
Only so much real estate there available.
Yeah, right up at the net, too.
Quick set middle, and that has been success. Hammond will send it home with a thump.
I think that quick set got even quicker. That was impressively fast from Norwalk, and Exactly what they needed at that time.
Well, we've said it just gives the defense very little time to react.
Yeah, that's exactly why you go to it, and that middle has been so good for Norwalk today.
Well, here's Crane. She'll serve the middle. Floating poke. Michael. Not what she wanted. Hammond again, a fingertip kill, but it works.
It counts, and that's what you need, and it's good to see her get involved. If you have a couple different weapons, then Pella's got to respect all of them.
She was coming down the ladder before the ball was there, but managed to stretch up there and get it. Libero all the way to the back corner. Nice job. Hatlovig going with the angle. Dug up. All right, free ball. Great opportunity here for the Warriors. Oh, they're going to try it in two. And off the touch. So it is going to be the Dutch with it. I'm not sure that attempt in two was the way to go when you had Hatlovig waiting there.
Yeah, you've been so successful offensively and getting passes up, whether it's Hatlovig or Hammond. I like the idea to kind of keep them off balance a little bit, but it just didn't work that time.
Well, I'm not sure what the tape did, but everybody's picking on the tape. And a double hit whistled there on the Warriors, so play comes to a sudden halt. And even more of a halt, we're going to go to a timeout taken here on the floor. It is 12-7. Pella, come on back. More action for you on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
In Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Well, prognosticator, how are we going to go here? Is this one going extras too?
Well, I like our chances based on how things went in the second set. I mean, I can't count Norwalk out of a set. They've proven that they can win no matter what the situation is. Down 23-18, sure, we'll pull it out at the end. So I think the next few points will be very big here in this third set.
I agree with you. I think at this point they've proven do not count us out. We are here to play. Tipped in just the right location. Warriors unable to do anything with it.
But to my point, they're getting a point back for Pella. Now you're up 6. Boy, you really feel good about that, especially if you can keep that going. 6, 7, 8 points is really huge at this point.
Heemstra serves it into the middle. Yeah, that seems like a very comfortable cushion to get to play with. And they'll use one of them up there as the Warriors going to drive that one off the block and get a point back. But that closes it to 5. So still a decent gap in between there.
But you got a lot of volleyball to be played at this point. So you just got to take it easy right now. You don't have to get all 5 of them back at this point.
Well, and there's another one to the good for the Warriors. So Hammond serving. Yeah, like you said, we're just halfway there in this one. So we got the back half of this one to play. And we've seen how quickly momentum can change. There's a momentum changer. Big swing out of Shekel.
And I just finally looked back up at her stats on the screen. She's got 10 kills, 7 digs, 8 assists. She might have a triple-double by this point, and we could still have another set to play when this third is over. And
what is she doing with her spare time?
Oh, I think
contact issue.
Yeah, we had a contact issue. J.C. Crane lost her contact for Norwalk, so that's going to give her some time to clean it off over there. And as a contact wearer, I can imagine how nerve-wracking that is to put your contacts and clean them up in front of 1,000 people or however many are in here at Extreme Arena.
While it was that silent, it got dead silent in here. All eyes were on her. She's trying to shove the contact back in her eye. Kudos, she got it done. We're back to it. Yeah, I couldn't do those with just me in the mirror.
Right.
Hatlovig unleashes one, and it's going to be enough power to come back off of the return from Heemstra, wide of the mark. So point for the Warriors. They can see that bumper out ahead of them now. Can they just get a little closer to it?
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't need to go right up against it at this point. Just get a couple back, and you'll feel pretty good.
Michael with the serve. Into the middle, and there's that middle one. That works just as well for the other side. Abby Brand.
And right now, Pella's at a spot, too, where just trade points, side them out every now and then, and you'll be in a good spot to win this match in 4 potentially.
Oh, and that's where Pella's been really for most of this match. Was able to trade until we got right down to that extras on the last one.
Yep.
But sometimes there's something to be said for having your back up against the wall.
It can certainly drive a little energy for you.
Good volley going here. Going to go right side. Steele tries to direct it to the back. One arm swing out of the back. That was the libero Heemstra. And it's going to result in a point for the Dutch. As the Warriors are left scrambling.
We also made the comment during one of our commercial breaks. We just don't know how these points are happening sometimes. They just end up working. Somehow. Heemstra, I think, would have loved to have gotten the first touch on that point somewhere in there, but she didn't, but they still made something out of it.
So you're saying this isn't how the coaches drew them up?
Not necessarily. This isn't how they dreamed it would happen getting ready for tonight.
Well, I'm sure either one would take the W if it results in that.
Right.
So there is Steele, Delaney Steele, the big right hand.
And I like seeing Norwalk get many different hitters involved. Obviously, we know how good Hatlavig is, but they're starting to get Steele going. They're getting Carlson going. They're using a number of different options. Hammond's obviously had a big night as well.
Big block at the net. Oh, the two Warriors run into each other as they were both going to play it, and neither one got to it clean, so point to the Dutch.
Yeah, that's one of those where you don't really care how rude you sound, but you just need to yell at your teammate and say, this one is mine, so that someone takes charge out there.
17-11 now. Dutch inch away by 6. Oh, my goodness. That is Carlson again.
Boy, I sense she took some frustration out on that volleyball.
I think you might be correct. She dove into that one and just unleashed on it.
And a perfect pass. That hit's only possible because the pass was perfectly on the money, and Michael's having a great night.
Well, here's Heim. She was the catalyst for their big comeback from the service line. This time it's a one and done. And speaking of one, it was Schulte that ended it.
And this is where Pella's comfortable right now. 5-6 points, we're fine with that. Keep trading side outs. At some point, you just got to dare Norwalk to go on a big run. And if you keep siding them out, they can't.
Hatlavig unable to get it, and that results in a channel seed ace. And this time it's not Cutler. It is number 11, Settles. And we are headed to another timeout here on the floor in the Extreme Arena. We'll be back with more quarterfinal action on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
We are back inside the Extreme Arena. Rodney Tomlinson, Daniel Versteeg enjoying this one. We've got a good one going.
We do, and Pella's at the point where they can take control with a few points here and there, or just trading side outs. They've been trading side outs as of late, and that's put them in a good spot to potentially win this one, but we thought the same thing in set 2.
They're within one of that magic point of 20. Let's see if they can serve it up here out of the timeout. Nope, timeout does its magic once again and gets the side out.
A great timeout from John Fulton at Norwalk there, and just exactly what the Warriors needed to get back on track. And now they have to score on serve. Again, they don't need 6 right here. Just get a couple, see if you can start chipping into it.
If they could cut it in half, that would be awesome. And here's Steele to try to get that started for him. There's the first one. That one does not come back, so let's count that as another Channel C's ace, this time for the Warriors.
And a big one, like you said, it starts the kind of process of cutting into that deficit and kind of proves Pella to be out of system a little bit there.
So Steele tries again. That time she was way too pumped up over the ace and sent that one a good several feet beyond the end.
Guess if you're going to get a service error, you better start it up with an ace prior to that.
She got her money's worth out of the air. It didn't miss by a little.
Right.
Well, back to Pella we go. It's 20-14 now as they've hit that magic number. Set number 3, we're tied, 1 set apiece. And that time, again, there she is, Carlson. And it's been Carlson on that left pin more than Hatlovig lately.
Yeah, I was just about to say she's really playing with some confidence as of late, and that's good. Anybody who's been on that outside has really been doing well for Norwalk, and when she's taking advantage of those opportunities.
And now she's back to serve, trying to keep the train rolling. Michaels, quick set, middle. Got it. Julian Hammond that time with the honors.
And now you're down 4. You're in a spot where you feel comfortable kind of clawing back. It feels like we were there. Yeah, we were there last set.
Deja vu somewhere, yeah. Here we go. Can the Warriors make it all the way back again? That one they're going to say is in. It must have just ticked a part of the white on the way by.
Yeah, that's close.
I can tell by your look you're not sure.
I was standing right on that end line, and I don't know what I would have called. That's really close.
I think I'm with you. I thought it was long, but we're not down there. That one from Hatlovig comes back. And just that one got away from the Warriors, got in way too tight, and they couldn't do anything with it. So even if they had, Brand was standing right there waiting.
Oh, hang on. They gave that point to Norwalk.
Again, what did I miss? I turned and looked at you.
Well, we had I think on that block, Pella's called for reaching over the net, I think it was.
Oh. Well, the explanation being given, we can't hear it.
Yeah, Joel Allman had to double check with the second referee as well because he didn't even know what happened.
He's like us, what?
Yeah, he was in the dark too, but Pella gets the point back.
Well, I guess turnabout fair play, they gave it right back to him, so.
Well, now if you're Pella, you should have learned from your mistake in set 2. Keep the foot on the gas pedal because you don't want a repeat of what happened in the last set.
All gas, no brake.
Yes.
Gonna go right side, punch, and it'll work. I'm not sure where everybody went on the defense there, but Settles found the floor.
Yeah, they all looked at each other to see who was going to go after it, and yeah, that's a really nice. That's what we're talking about. You just got to find a way to get points and put this one to bed.
That is a big, big mental error at this point. Well, there's Michael trying to go to Hatlovig. And Brand reverses directions at the net. Looking right, sends it left.
Boy, what a pass from Shekel, too. She was right there at the net, had a choice. Do I go with this one? Do I try and pass it off? One-handed set, and now it's set point Dutch.
Hatlovig with the opportunity off the net a ways. Back set winner. There is set number 3. Set number 2 in the win column, and it is number 11, Julia Settles, that does it.
That's big. They closed it out well, scored 4 points in a row, and now the Dutch go into the 4th with the lead.
25-20-17 that time. Not nearly as dramatic as 31-29 in the last set, but that puts it 2-1 in favor of the Dutch. So we'll be back with more action here at Extreme Arena, coming to you on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Frank, Mr. Frank. And just what you did now, I think you're the best ever.
In your neighborhood, there's a place so good. It's so nice to be at a store meant for me. The feeling of family, you have to agree.
Wow, thanks, Fairway Frank.
Welcome to Fairway, your Fairway family.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Well, folks, thanks for tuning in on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy. Rodney Tomlinson here with you, Daniel Versteeg. Quarterfinal action. It's the Dutch and the Warriors. Dutch took that one. They're up 2-1, Daniel.
And they were able to close it out finally. They had a chance to close it out in set 2, didn't. They were able to finish it off with 4 straight points in set 3. That's huge, and now the Dutch have a chance to win it here in set 4, which obviously you don't need me to tell you, but it's going to determine a lot of this one.
Yeah, we should be on the way back to the hotel room by now.
Right.
But a great comeback there from the Warriors in the second set.
And if we don't have to go back to the hotel, I'd rather be watching Pella and Norwalk right now. This is some outstanding volleyball. We mentioned it going in. 2 great conference rivals that are really showing up on a big stage.
Well, and again, we talked about it coming in. Warriors probably with the bigger chip on their shoulder on this one as they finished 4th in the conference. Dutch finished at the top, so feeling like they have a little more to prove here. What a great place to do it, state tournament.
Well, and especially also when you consider Pella beat Norwalk in the region final last year to go to state. I mean, so, you know, Norwalk has had their season end to Pella a number of times short of the state tournament, both during Coach Fulton's tenure here and prior to it. So historically, Norwalk's had the chip on their shoulder against Pella, and now they have a chance to really atone for all of those region tournament losses, all those conference losses, and see if they can kind of rewrite some history here.
Well, see if they can get off to a bit quicker start here, not dig that hole that they have to find their way out of, as we're ready for set number 4 to get underway. 2-1, Dutch trying to close this one out. Last match of the day in operation here inside the Extreme Arena. We're underway, set 4. Power poke, no good, sent to the back. Great diving attempt, but point number 1, Hammond will put it up for the Warriors.
Stuck a nice block up there, and while Pella was kind of scrambling, she was just there to shut it down and force them to respond quickly.
Here's Carlson now to serve. Right hand. Drives it out toward the middle. Left it up in no man's land, and it is Hatlevig.
Yeah, you can't overpass toward Ellie Hatlevig. I mean, you're just asking to give up a point at that point because she takes mistakes and knows what to do with them.
No hesitation there. So a quick 2-0 start here for the Warriors. There's Brand. Pinballed around, slung back over from the Dutch. Back to Hatlevig, off the block at the net, and that's another point. 3 in a row to start this one.
Well, and you talked about Norwalk not digging themselves a hole early like they have in basically every set to this point. This is the opposite of that, and it's a great thing for Norwalk because now you give yourself the cushion that you can survive some long runs.
Carlson, another nice serve up at the net, scrambling, able to poke it over and stay on their side. Into the block, great reaction time. Hatlevig reloads on the left side. And there's the big swing, number 15, Abby Brand.
Much needed side out. Pella had to have that one. And well, now they're going to try playing from behind a little bit and seeing if they can put themselves in a good spot.
So Shekel will serve it up for the Dutch. Hatlevig, not everything on that one she would have liked. Dutch return. Over in 2 and out. There's how you do it. Beautiful. Caught him looking on that one. dumped over by Hammond.
Yeah, you can only do it so many times, and Norwalk pulled it out at the perfect time to side the Dutch back out again, and now they can go back to potentially building on that lead again.
So Hammond to serve. Yeah, she was looking at Hatlovic when she dumped that over, so easy sell.
Yep. And a big block there for Norwalk. That's huge for them, that you need some good front row presence against this Dutch attacking offense, and that's a huge point for them.
So Hammond again. Warrior student section coming to life. And another one on the lift that time.
Yeah, you can get away with some of those touches as long as you don't seemingly have kind of a gripped palm hand, and that's kind of what was called there. If it looks like you held on to it at any time, you're going to get called for it.
Well, you can see she mishit that one far down her palm from where she was hoping to have it. So Hammond will have the service error, but she got a couple there for her squad. So 6-2 Warriors. I think it's about the biggest lead they've had.
I would have to imagine so. Yeah, they haven't had very many leads. I mean, that 31-29 win they had in set 2 is probably their largest lead of the night.
Most important.
It's the biggest one for sure.
And there's a nice soft poke out of Settles. Gets the point for the Dutch, and we're 6-3. Serving will be Lowry.
And here's that experience we see from Pella. They've been here at the state tournament. Coach Allman knows, hey, we can just chill with this and let our girls figure it out.
Well, going down, trying to get that one, couldn't keep it in play, so that one is going to result in a channel seed ace for the Dutch.
Lowry's been a great serving specialist for them tonight. So we kind of saw it in our stats during the break that Pella's really dominated service aces here tonight.
That time down the line for the point. So haven't been using the line, but the Dutch pull it out there and find it available.
And just like that, Pella's scored 4 points in a row, and they're within one.
6-5. Interesting choice.
Wow.
And it'll work out as Hatlovic goes long. Yeah, the over in 2, again, an interesting choice there.
It was. I didn't hate it there from Shekel. It was just kind of interesting how it was played out. The overpass, Pella had to play it in that short corner, kind of an awkward angle. And, again, they still made something out of it.
So Lowry again this time. She'll send it into the net, service error. So coming back to the Warriors.
Boy, if you're a Norwalk fan, you're probably thinking, couldn't she have done that 3 points ago? She rattled off 5 points before serving it into the net.
Well, 7-6. Warriors' turn to try to string a few together. It is Michael. Coming left side off the tip. Michael sends it to the middle. Going to set Hatlovic. Hatlovic, power shot, cross. Dutch have it in play. Reload this time. Back set. Steal. Returned. Hatlovic. Oh! Knocks over Shekel, but keeps it in play. So we move on. Steal again, that time. Again, a great run down, Daniel.
What a run by Heemstra.
Hatlovic's got to be frustrated over there. Oh, my goodness. 4 absolute monster smashes, and yet the point goes to the Dutch.
Yeah, that is killer. We mentioned it before. We haven't had very many long rallies. That felt like the longest one or close to it. And like you said, Hatlovic was just letting the Dutch have it, and they were fine to take it. They did an outstanding job keeping the point alive.
Well, poor Shekel got bent over backwards twice trying to play that, and I thought for sure they had it, but they did not.
Finally get one there, a little bit softer coming off the block.
That seemed way easier.
They couldn't have just done that earlier in that last point.
Well, here's Ellie Hatlovic to serve now. She likes that back left corner. Deep middle. Miss hit, but going to be playable. As the Dutch have it back. That was Carlson, and that one finds its way into the back.
Nope, it's a 2-hit call.
2-hit call, so point going to go to the Warriors.
Right idea, though. That back corner was totally vacated. I love when players look for that and know it's going to be open, but still got to do it legally without double touching it.
That was great court awareness because there was nothing but black floor back there. No players around. There's an over and two. Sent to the back corner, other side. Michael, steal. Didn't get on that what she wanted. Backcourt smash out of Hatlovig. Played up by the Dutch. They'll ring it off the block and put it home. So that was Settles over there.
And I wonder if these longer points are starting to be some fatigue maybe showing for these two squads, but now it's going to become a bit of a war of attrition. You got to be able to outlast your opponent here in this fourth set.
9-8 Norwalk by 1. It's just great defense right now. They are digging everything up off the floor. I think she's a little pumped up. Carlson says, go get that one.
Something lit a fire in her early on in that third set, and she's just been a force since then. It's been really fun to watch.
I think she's personally offended when her slams come back to her.
Yeah. She says, I'm not going to take it anymore.
You might get it, but you're going to pay for it. Here's Heim with the serve. And that's just a nice, easy cut to the back corner.
Yeah, didn't have to work too hard for that one. Didn't even have to put too much velocity on it. That back corner's been vacated a little bit. It's tough to defend, and now Pella knows how to find it.
Well, and are we seeing a pattern here? Are the Warriors, as it's been both back corners, are they starting to creep up a little bit?
That could be too, yeah.
Oh, are you kidding? All right, enough is enough. Katie Shekel. Yeah, that's all well and good. That was pretty, but get out of my way.
Yeah. Let's just finish it off. And how about that? We're tied. I'm not surprised at this point.
10 apiece. Drop the hammer, the chant coming from the little Dutch student section. I'm not sure that's who they were talking to. But she's more than happy to oblige. Carlson drives it into the back corner.
Yeah, she's coming alive at a great time. You know, Hatlovig kind of dominated the first two sets. She's still pretty dominant at this point, but boy, Ava Carlson's starting to really take control here the last set and a half.
Steal to serve, and she has become a great second option over there, if not the first.
Right.
We've got whistles everywhere. I believe they gave the out signal and see if it hit a pin.
I think it was the an illegal block put up front.
Block,
so,
got it. Okay. And the power poke right there in the middle. Nobody home to get underneath that one.
Shekel is firmly in triple-double territory, by the way. 12 kills, 17 digs, 13 assists. Just monster numbers.
Goodness. And let's add an ace. Channel Seeds presents that ace. Another one for the Dutch. Eamstra adds one. Right place, right time. Coming back, reload, try again. Back row, just couldn't get that one down. Taps her set chest, said, yep, that one's me. Hatlovig tried to send that one home from the back row.
Question I have now in this set is who's going to flinch first? We haven't had a timeout yet. Who's going to be the one that pulls that card out of their back pocket first?
Well, Dutch giving it right back to him.
Yeah, Norwalk doesn't have to yet because of that service error.
I'm going to say first one that runs 3, the other side will
All right.
pull for it.
Yeah, I think so. That seems like
That's
the number
not
right now.
too far out on a limb.
No, it's not.
And slide step kill coming. Brand puts it away.
Yeah, I'm loving when Pella kind of goes to that slide shot. You get your middle mobile and really throw off that front row block. It's such a great attack.
Oh, what a spectacular job keeping that one out of the net. See if the Warriors can cash it in now. Hatlevig, left pin. And indeed they will. Hatlevig will get credit for it.
Man, I thought Pella was going to keep that up again. They kept pinballing it around, and Brand was right there to get that third touch, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on it.
Hammond now behind the line. Charity given.
Now, this isn't bad for either. Right now we're trading side outs. You're okay with that at this point. Obviously, at some point you're going to need to go on a run, but right now at this point in the set, you're comfortable to just kind of trade points back and forth.
Lowry, great dig over there. That was Zeman keeping that one off the deck. She'll stretch up there just enough to flick that one over.
Again, I got to stop second-guessing whether or not Hatlevig's going to be able to get to some of these high passes because she just finds a way. If her vertical, her wingspan, they all work in conjunction to be able to let her get a kill on that.
It didn't look like she was going to get there. I'll give you that, but she did. So Michael with the serve, back set, poke. Warriors are there. Trying to set Hatlevig again. Oh, a big block right back off the head, and there she is, the steel curtain, waiting to break that one out.
Oh, that's a big block, too, and Pella had that momentum a little bit, kind of had the advantage as we were trading points. Oh, and there is the first timeout from Pella.
So I didn't take 3, took a couple there
right.
to get us to it. So tell you what, we'll take the timeout with them. Come on back, more great action coming your way. The Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Well, Daniel, you're clearly in charge of picking the numbers for the lottery ticket tonight when we leave because you've been on. I missed that one by one.
I've been vague enough that blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. That's what I like to say.
I don't want to find nuts. I want to find the winning numbers for the lottery. All right, here we go. Back to action. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Glad to have you along with us. We have a great one going here. 16-15 Norwalk as they will serve. Diving dig from Shekel, but it's not enough. Give the point to the Warriors.
That's a big one, especially out of the Pella timeout as well. You get the point, and Pella's only going to have one timeout the rest of this set to try and slow down Norwalk's momentum.
Hadley Michael trying to run off a few here. A little breathing room would sure be nice. Going to have to hustle for that one. She does, but can't get enough on it. Great hustle. Carlson went after it, just couldn't get enough in front of it.
Yeah, the toughest play in all of volleyball is trying to play it over your head. I don't know how some people do it so well, but obviously Carlson learned that the hard way, kind of playing it up and hitting herself a little bit.
There's a nice serve, and Carlson has the answer for that one. Quick set middle, Brand. Oh, and a few words at the net. Ava Carlson wanted to tell her about that one.
Yeah, what a block. Crane shuts it down, and Norwalk finds themselves with the advantage here, up 2, and now really trying to keep it going to win the set.
Yes, indeed, Crane. I said Carlson. It was Crane that had the great block there. Short set, middle, poke toward the back, Hatlevig, Michael. Swing on a steal. That's another point for the Warriors, 19-16.
Well, the Pella block is It was working pretty well for about a set and a half, and it's just really kind of loosened up a little bit, and that's allowed Norwalk to kind of swing freely here.
I was going to say, they've gone back to the first set where they were off the net just a little too much.
Yep.
And that's where they find themselves now. Flying in with the poke that will work, that is Plate. Natalia Plate.
Yeah, she's not on the floor very often, but when she is, she makes her presence known. She's got 5 kills, and Plate comes up with a big one there to side out the Warriors.
I just like the way she soared in and reached out and poked it over. Going for the angle and too much that time. Michael can't find it. So, we're 19-18.
I wouldn't be surprised if Norwalk starts thinking about using a timeout here, probably after this ties up if Pella's to get it done.
And there it is. Big swing out of Carlson, a bigger block provided by the Dutch.
Oh. I stand corrected. Coach Fulton's putting his confidence in his players and trying to see if they can figure it out one more point before he'll use his first time out of this set.
Well, we'll find out with him. Good hard serve toward the back. Steal off the block, and it comes back, and I bet you got it coming right about here. There it is. So we're going to take a moment to talk about it, say the Warriors. We don't like the way this one's going. It's 2019 Dutch now in front. We'll be back to bring this one to the conclusion. You're on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back, fans. You are looking inside the Extreme Arena, the IGHSAU quarterfinals taking place here this afternoon. Action being brought to you by the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. I'm Rodney Tomlinson. He's Daniel Versteeg. Here we go, back to action.
Yeah, this is a big point in the match.
Good opportunity for the Dutch. At the net, just couldn't control it, got in there too tight. And that is a point, and it was Shekel, I believe, that sent that one over.
Yeah, Heim had a chance to keep it under control for Norwalk, but that pass just a little too tight to the net, leading to the Shekel kill.
Well, here we go. Dutch within 4 points of closing this one out. Free ball. Oh, what a block. And again, it's number 10. J.C. Crane talking the talk, walking the walk.
It's been a couple of blocks for her in this set that have been huge to slow down some Pella runs. And boy, that's what you need out of your front row presence.
And we haven't called her name in there much, but those last couple have been huge.
Right.
All the way across the front, easy roller. Steal.
Oh, it's still alive.
A no look back over her head, kept it inside the pin. And then, just like that, it is Shekel. Steele worked so hard, and Shekel just made it for nothing.
It was a great effort to keep it alive, but yeah, Shekel says again, okay, it's good that you did that, but we're going to put this one to bed.
Yeah, it's all well and good, but we only need a couple more. Heim. Outside, off the press row, they bring it back to play. That was off the tabletops. Heim again. Carlson. And it is Shekel again. Katie Shekel.
And that's going to force another timeout, potentially the last one for Norwalk on the season.
Indeed, John Fulton and crew want to talk about it, so tell you what, let's take another quick break with them. You're watching the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, quarterfinals.
Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Well, Daniel, we are in the home stretch of this one. 23-20 Dutch. 2 more points, and they move on.
Yeah, and Norwalk's got to have an answer. They've now used all their timeouts. Coach Fulton can't help them out now. You got to find a way. This is what good teams in the state tournament do.
Surely they can't come back from 23-20.
Oh, surely, yeah.
They can, and stop calling me Shirley. That one will not help. Carlson sends that one into the net, and here we are. Match point, got it, 4 of them.
Yeah, you need a side out +3 to keep your season going.
That's an easy play. Could this be it? No power. There's the power. Ricochets around. Steele says, I'm not ready to quit just yet.
Yeah, no, they want their season to keep going. Again, Norwalk, if they win this, forces a 5th, and well, that would be a great way to cap off the first day of the state tournament.
Well, Steele has it on her shoulders at the service line. They need 3 more. Free opportunity for the Dutch to put it away. And there it is. Guess who caps it off for them? Number 5, Katie Shekel drives it home.
You wouldn't want it any other way. The Pella Dutch, boy, what a win. They had to endure some adversity there in set 2, and they find a way to win it in 4 and secure a date with Sioux Center in the semifinal.
What a great match we had here. They are exchanging pleasantries down on the floor while the Dutch student section celebrates on the far side. Well, any quick closing thoughts here before we send it down?
Just what a great fight from Norwalk. They came in heavy underdogs, just their second state tournament berth in school history, and they gave Pella everything they could handle here tonight, and certainly earned their trip to state.
Indeed they did. Nothing to hang their heads about. Didn't get what they wanted, but they sure gave them a fight.
Absolutely.
So,
that's all you can ask for.
Let's send it down to Lonnie Bookout, our PA announcer, as we get ready for our post-game awards.
Fans, at this time, please direct your attention to the court for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving their team trophy, each participating player will receive a medal and commemorative volleyball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Aaron Gerlach and Ben Renoy. Congratulations to head coach John Fulton and the Norwalk Warriors on an outstanding 2025 volleyball season. And now, we'd like to recognize today's quick star of the game, Katie Shekel from Pella. This outstanding performance earns the honor of advancing her team on the bracket to the semifinal round. Thanks to Quickstar for their support of the IGHSAU. Pella Dutch fans, your team advances to the semifinals and will play Wednesday on Court 2 at 12:25.
Well, and they'll take on Sioux Center Warriors, Daniel, when they get here for that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a great matchup. Number 2 versus number 3. It's going to be a battle of some strengths. 2 teams that have some kind of very similar styles with players that can play at just about any rotation in the lineup, and I can't wait to see how that goes on Wednesday afternoon.
Well, we got a little taste of it here today, yes. So we get the honor of wrapping up the last match here this afternoon at the Extreme Arena. Been my pleasure sitting in with you, sir. Yep. We'll look forward to doing it again.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, fans, until next time, that's going to do it. Rodney Tomlinson, Daniel Versteg, closing out our day at the Extreme Arena on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. We'll see you next time.